Hello there, this is Alex from WNY Console Services, and today I'm going to show you how to downgrade the dashboard on any Phat Xbox 360 motherboard. A little background on how the motherboard works and the dashboards and whatnot. Every time you update your Xbox, your LDV, which is known as the lockdown value, changes, and what this does is prevents you from downgrading your dashboard. Additionally, some updates patch the CPU and prevent you from doing certain things, for instance JTAG and reset glitch. Now the JTAG hack was killed with dashboard 7371, so anything after that, which would be 8498 and above, was not JTAGable. Anything from 8498 to 14719 is RGHable, and the latest update 15574 killed the reset glitch hack, and that is not RGHable at this time. This is a Falcon motherboard, and what I'm going to do is change the CPU on it, and the reason being is each motherboard has a CPU which matches the NAND, and along with that is a CPU key, and they are specific to each Xbox. It's sort of like a social security number, and it's unique to each motherboard. However, if you have a exploitable CPU and a matching NAND dump, you can put it on any compatible motherboard. In this case, it would be a Falcon CPU on a Falcon motherboard. Flash the NAND, and then it's, JTAGable or reset glitchable. This CPU I have is on the Blade dashboard, known as pre-NXE, and that'll allow me to take it from 15574 right down to Blades and JTAG it. We're going to turn the system on. And as you can see, it's on 15574, and that is neither JTAGable or reset glitchable. Now, CPU reballing is a bit more difficult. It's harder to get in this area. However, with the Falcon V3, these capacitors here are a lot smaller than they are on the older boards, so it's a little bit easier for the V3 motherboard. The V3 motherboard is basically a Jasper with the older GPU. There's no memory chips on the bottom, and it has the smaller capacitors and whatnot. What I'm going to do is place one of my security stickers right here, and that way nobody thinks I swapped out motherboards. We're on 400.228 is the code there. So what I'm going to do now is prepare the motherboard, and I'm going to lift this existing CPU and then weld down the replacement, flash the NAND, and that's pretty much it. And then I'll JTAG the system and call it a day. So I'm going to prepare the motherboard now, and then we'll lift the chip. So I have the motherboard all taped up. You got to go heavy duty on the tape and whatnot to protect those capacitors there. Like I was saying, on the like a Jasper or a Falcon V3, there's smaller capacitors, so you don't really have to worry. But like on the first gen consoles and whatnot, popping a capacitor during a CPU swap is not that hard to do. So there's everything taped up and protected. There's my security seal. Okay, and then for the lift, I'm just gonna put a line of flux like so. for the CPU, you need to use a lot of flux because they are a bit of a pain to lift. Additionally, we're going to use a little bit higher preheater temp. I think I'll do either 280 to 285 lead-free profile. For the lift, there's really no way for me to show it once the top heater is down, so I'm just going to run the profile, and then when it's ready to lift and the top heater's out of the way, we'll do the lift, desolder, and then we'll go on to the weld of the new chip. Okay, so we're at 217 degrees Celsius, and our target temperature is around 223, 225. I'm just going to nudge the chip. Yeah, it's almost there. Now, for the CPU, moving the top arm is a bit different. And I'll show you that in a second here. 222. Okay, we're going to go back. And there we go. And for right now, I'm just going to put the top heater fan on. For right now, we're just going to let the motherboard cool down. After you lift the chip, always let it cool down, because believe it or not, a lot of the components can be lifted up or shifted, and then you get like 0110 or something like that. You know, even just nudging the workbench when it's when the solder's at liquid temperature. Just going to add some flux here. And then just like my GPU reball video, I'm going to take some lead-based solder here and use that to suck up the lead free. We're going to take some Chemtronics wick. Nice, and looks good. No damage. Okay, so I'm gonna let the board cool down, and I'll clean up everything with some IPA, and then we'll weld the new CPU down. Okay, this is the replacement CPU in place, which is pre-NXE JTAG exploitable. What I did was spread a thin coat of flux on the motherboard CPU pads, and then a little bit on the solder balls on the bottom of the chip itself. We're using lead-based, so our target temperature is 193 degrees Celsius. With the CPU, I always take it a little higher, 198, just to make sure. It's 25 degrees Celsius in here, ambient temperature. We'll have the preheater at 275 and the lead-based profile. The only thing left is to put the top heater in place, like so. And that's it. Because it's so hard to see, I'm just going to skip ahead to the final weld. And then we'll let it cool down, remove the tape, and then test it. Okay, so right now we're at 190 degrees Celsius, 192 now, 193, and I'm just going to leave the top heater on, hopefully get it to 195, but yep, there we go, a little bit longer. Okay, we got 196 now. Very carefully. Move the lights out of the way. And very gently move the top heater out of the way. Okay, so there's the new CPU in place. Looks really good. So for right now, we're just going to let the board cool itself down. It's at about 175 degrees Celsius right now. We'll let it cool down at about 80 to 100 degrees Celsius. We'll remove the tape, clean it up a little bit. The next step is to write the new NAND, which matches this CPU, and then we'll test it. Okay, so here's the motherboard for bench testing. And really quickly, there's the security sticker. So obviously I did not swap this motherboard out for another one. Okay, so I ran into a unique issue with this, and which I've never seen before. I've done about 25 of these, so this was the first time. If we turn the system on, red ring. Uh-oh. Something happened during the rework. So we'll get the secondary error code. 0111. This error code's related to 0110, which is memory. So I figured, okay, something happened during the rework. You know, memory's bad. I did a little research, and I found that it can also be related to a NAND issue. So I was a little confused at what to do at first, but here's what I did. My NAND dump looks fine, so I'm not sure what happened there, but what I did was I took my NAND dump. I'm going to hook up my NAND X there. And in JRunner, I'm going to create a Zell Reloaded for Falcon. And then I'm going to write it. Okay, so I just wrote the Zell Reloaded for JTAGs. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is do a temporary JTAG wiring. Now, the nice thing about JTAGs is all you need is a CPU key. Once you have that, you can pretty much use any NAND you need. Okay, so I got the temporary wiring. It's a standard 2 diode, aka original ROL. So I'm gonna plug it back in, turn it on. Whoop, what happened here? JTAGs are known for ROL glitches when you use the original wiring. I'll probably do the alt kit number 5 QSB. Okay, so we can boot Zell now, which is good, and get our CPU key. So once I have that, turn the system off. Just power cycle it to be safe. And we're gonna go into JRunner. There's my NAND. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but I'm gonna do 15574 JTAG. Include those. Got my CPU key in there. Okay, and then we're gonna write the NAND, which it's doing right now. So we'll just let that write. It takes about a minute or so. Okay, let's see here. There's our new NAND, 15574. So we're just going to unplug the NAND X, unplug the power, plug it back in, and turn it on. Oh, there we go with the ROL glitch. And again, what's going on here? Need to clear the SMC 30 seconds or so. Did it too fast here. Okay, here we go. What the Okay, there we go. This is why I don't use the original wiring. I always use the alt kit number 5 on HDMI models. That's an Executor product. I actually have one right here. Let's see. This is the alt kit number 5. It's one QSB that does the whole JTAG hack. There's no wiring. Okay, so I actually need to restart the Xbox because it's on AV, not component. There we go. And there you have it. Now, just to further prove that this is a successful downgrade, I am going to flash a 13599 hacked image. Okay, so we just flashed a 13599 image, and I'll show that to you right here. Okay, so we're gonna unplug the NAND X, and this time unplug the power for more than a couple seconds so we don't get that ROL glitch. Okay. There it is again. Definitely going to use the alt kit number 5. Let's see. Here we go. And 13599. So this is a 100% successful downgrade. I do offer this as a service for both JTAG and Reset Glitch. It's really more for Falcons and Jaspers. You know, it's possible on a Xenon, but you should really do like a GPU reball, the CPU swap, and it just ends up costing more than the unit's worth, so it's really not worth it. You can do JTAG is a little more than Reset Glitch due to the CPUs being rare. If you go to wnyconsoleservices.com/downgrade, you can view all the information on that. So that is everything. And then once I fully assemble the system, install the alt kit number 5, I'll show you all that next. Okay, so here's the Executor JTAG alt kit number 5, and I tell you what, this is the absolute best JTAG QSB. There are 0 wires. This one QSB does the whole JTAG hack. It is the most expensive QSB they sell at about $10, and sometimes they're hard to get, but for HDMI motherboards, best way to go. So flip the board over. Again, there's the security sticker, and hook it up here. And there you have it. CPU swap from 15574 down to JTAGable dashboard, and then to 15574 hacked dashboard. This service is available generally for Falcons and Jaspers. We can do RGH or JTAG. JTAG is more expensive, especially on Jaspers, but it is possible, and I do have Jasper CPUs that are JTAGable. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Again, if you're interested in a downgrade, go to wnyconsoleservices.com/downgrade. You can go to wnyconsoleservices.com, where you will be forwarded to the Executor ad. Of course, you can call or text 716-512-0177 or email info@wnyconsoleservices.com.